Okay, my goodness, it's 5:30 a.m. I've been doing this all night. Did some other songs, so I might as well go ahead and sing this one before I take a nap. Well, here's a song I wrote for Keith Urban in appreciation for having first saw Carrie Underwood. As you all know, I tried to marry her for 3.5 years, and I didn't date anybody else. I was a good boy. I was all in, but oh, in real life, unlike movies, sometimes the nice guys don't always get the girl. So, but here's a song I wrote. She inspired me to write this song because I did love her and I do love her, and in a good way, not any kind of weird, strange way. I realize she's married now, so this is just a song written from perspective of a man where if he could, he would, but since he can, he won't. So I called this "If I Could," and I wrote this song. I catered it to match Keith Urban's style. He was the first artist I ever saw Carrie with, and so I thought it was fitting for him to be one of the males I first wrote a song for. And keep in mind, I wrote this way back, like in May of last year, but I traded my iPhone in and I lost the voice files. Downloaded all my pictures, but I forgot all about the voice files, and I was using the little microphone voice files to do some of my song, catch some of my phrases and my lines and stuff. So it's been a long time coming. So I wrote this. It's about May of 2011. So this is called "If I Could." Here's how it goes. Um, Bear with me. I'm not a professional singer. Remember that. That's why I try to get Carrie doing songs and Keith and everybody else. Okay, got one for lots of people. Here's how it goes. Called "If I Could." Girl, from the moment that I saw you, I knew I had to make you mine. Girl, you know that I love you. I think about you all the time. Girl, wanna wrap my arms around you, but I can't 'cause you're not mine. If I could. That's Keith riffing, by the way. You know Keith loves riff. Girl, I can live without you, but why must we be? But why must we be apart? Girl, I'm so glad to have found you. You're so deep down in my heart. If I could. Let's keep riffing. Okay. A couple lines of riffs. Keep bearing in mind I don't play the guitar, so I'm sorry, but that'll come later. So right after I come off that riff, it gets a little bit more emotional. That long blonde hair, those big green eyes, looking my way, how you really hypnotize. And all those miles, gets a little louder, I drove to see you, supporting and loving everything you do. And then it starts getting a little bit louder. But you act like you don't know me. Why am I in your songs? Why do you do that? Where did I go wrong? If I could. And then it changes a little bit there. That's not how I had it. How was I doing it? I forget. I had it composed. Okay, it goes into. and just starts just riffing out like it's hard to explain. Man, I had it composed and I lost it since I brushed my hair and brushed my teeth. But it just gets louder. Keith riffing. He's riffing more because we all know Keith can riff, and I want him to shake the rafters when he does this. I want it to go from that riff I used all along to go into like a louder riff. Then I want it to start fluttering. You know, like that thing where they just get up on the strings and they like almost like a rock and roll tune. But they take those strings and they just flutter them, and they just riff so loud it shakes the rafters off. And that's what's going on right now. So just imagine that in your head, okay? So Keith's riffing, and he's riffing louder. Then he's like fluttering the strings and riffing, like on here. Keith shakes the rafters. Riff, riff, riff. And then as he comes down from riffing just a little bit, some more lines in there. You ripped out my heart, surely not the Christian thing. I know you'll love that part. I was really devoted, should have slipped on that ring. And then Keith riffs some more. Just get real loud and flutter the strings and all that. I got in here continued riffing for 2 minutes. So this is going to be nice. Yes. Give it all you got, Keith. Riff your heart out. Okay. And then after we get all those real loud riffs, then imagine this. It starts getting a little softer. And Keith has to sing. Girl, you know that I loved you. Told you from the very start. Girl, wanna wrap my arms around you. You're so deep down in my heart. That sounds like Keith, doesn't it? Girl, wish I could make my love surround you. But we have to be apart. If I could. A little bit more from there. And then here's how it kind of ends. A little bit right before it ends. So this is out to the guys. You know, this is the guy who lost the girl singing to the guys and reaching the audience. So I'm telling you guys, always say it from the start. Hold nothing back. Give your true love your heart. Don't let yourself lose the one you love the most. Love is too sweet and too kind, never boast. Where we heard that before. And guess what? Go buy that ring. If your heart rings true, involve your love in all that you do. If I could. It's a little bit softer. Then it gets soft at the end. Girl, you know how much I love you, but we have to be apart. Look at my eyes, Carrie. Oh, this is a bad video. Girl, wanted forever, girl. Wanted forever when I found you, but Carrie, we are apart. If I could. Don't get mad, Mike. Remember, this was before you. Okay. So I like that part. Kind of a good way to end it. Girl, wanted forever when I found you, but Carrie, we are apart. If I could. Stop. Sound like a little Taylor Swift ending there, didn't it? Okay, Care Bear. Hope you can appreciate this. You're instrumental in motivating my heart to write this song. And not only did I do that, but I'm thanking Keith Urban with that song for his first allowing me to see a Rupp Arena and the awesome joy you brought to my life, making me love the Grand Ole Opry so much. I'm forever grateful. Um, like I said, I wrote a couple songs under Grace. Actually, just right before I was getting so involved in watching you sing, I just kind of, not really, I don't remember exactly how I first stumbled upon you. It wasn't exactly American Idol. It was right after American Idol, and oh, I think it was the New Year's celebrations. That's what it was. And then I can't remember exactly. I think it was. And then I saw like a Reese Cup commercial of you or something. Then I was confusing you with your friend that married that other hockey player. It's confusing the two of you. I'm like, oh, which one's which? And then, of course, when I started hearing you sing, oh my gosh, I joined that Carrie Underwood.fm, and I was commenting on all your pictures and listening to your interviews, and I just fell head over heels in love with you. We all know that. And that's just the way it happened. I ain't going to apologize for it. We can't apologize for our feelings. So that's the song that I wrote for Keith Urban. Hope y'all like it, and hope Keith gets it and records it for me, because me and being as the writer, him as the artist, and I'll be contacting you, Keith, and I'm gonna go. I'll put it in a file. I already have it in a file. I have it in Word, and I have it fixed so it can't be messed up. I'll attach it in a file, and I'll email it to you, as opposed to faxing it, so it'll be clear. And I'll be contacting Capitol Records and all that. And I just want to say, Carrie, thank you so much for the joy that country music has been for me in my life, with all that I do and all that I see, and all the things I have to try to fix in the world, and the way I try to make the world a better place. It's really nice to have something to fall back on that I can find enjoyment from. And I'm so blessed to have heard you sing all those times and to been able to get there. And so I'm hoping I'll get you to rep arena here in the future. And no, Miranda's getting ready to come. Brad Paisley's getting ready to come up. Remember, I got a song for him too. The God Loves Johnny Cash. And remember, Carrie, I got those 4 songs for you too. So let's see what happens here. And Keith, do me proud, buddy. And I want to hear this on the radio. And I hope it gets to #1 for you. Love all my friends. God bless. And good night. I'm tired. Have an awesome Sunday tomorrow. Don't forget to go to church. Bye-bye.